On January 14th, 2010, Christian filmed a video in which he sings his own lyrics over a remix by musician Moby of the song Mr. Plow, written for...
He does this all the time. He's got like a fetish of singing his own lyrics over backup songs. He's been doing that since he was like 13 with Christian and the Hedgehog Boys. Also, it's so dark it looks like he hasn't been unlocked yet.
For an episode of the cartoon series The Simpsons.
Say, what's the name? Christian Chandler. What's that name? Christian Chandler. What's the name? Christian Chandler. C-H-R-I-S-C-H-A-N. Say, what's the name? Christian Chandler. You don't need to worry, I'm drawing here. Drawing in code, my pen and marker. My papa was chicken and named me Christian Chandler. Afternoon.
Holy hell. I thought nothing could be worse than his rap he did in the last episode. I don't think there's anything worse than his rap. And this is so bad, dude. Calling this a song is like a stretch.
Before the sunrise, I have a new page for you. Open your eyes. The new blocks are a big surprise. The hand-drawn art is quality, and that's no lie.
He then attempts to play a harmonica. A day later, he made a brief video for the attention of Jack Thaddeus, Alec Benson Leary, Sean August Watley, creator of the comic Sonichu is Dead and regular contributor to the Asperpedia, and the webmaster for the aforementioned website, Mao Bamboo Ling.
This message is for Alec, Sean, Evan, and even Mao. You know what? I dare you four, all four of you, to come to my house and we'll see who stacks out better. The original or you crappy copiers?
On the 16th, Christian filmed a video attempting to brainwash...
I do appreciate his autistic need to do the forefinger point because he was addressing 4 different people. I noticed that and I do respect it. He was addressing 4 people, so he had to do the forefinger point. The attention to detail, Chris. I get it.
...his trolls by speaking a mix of Spanish and backwards English.
As usual, I will have 2 more pages tonight. I hope y'all enjoyed the last page where Crystal finally got out of the mirror. But recently...
Crystal, you finally got out of the mirror. Wait, remember? Father Benedict's in the mirror?
I am reminded of an old Spanish expression which goes simply as "Tú necesitas ucrepsa eta y usino se va para ganar felicidad por vida." A couple of strong verbs in that statement. Say it with me. Ucrepsa eta. Ucrepsa eta. Y usinos evil. Usinos evil. Alright.
This is like a demonic ritual, dude. Yeah, this is like a fucking demon spawn ritual. Yeah, the parallels to Christian and Desmond are actually hilarious.
Stay safe and have a good day. Bye.
His spree of verbal assault continued into January 17th, when, under Vivian G's advice, Chris reviews the entirety of the Asperchu story so far and criticizes it.
I am here at this point recording this video to make it perfectly clear, although it was a bit of a mistake for that last video I made. But you know what? Regardless of that video, I shouldn't have had to make such a video, because I could just show you all the evidence, and I have just read through the entire bunch of pages of Alex Asperchu.
I can't even see it,
First off,
dude.
just to
Oh, here we go.
name a few things, there are the obvious.
What the fuck is all over the place?
Slanders.
Is that like a girl with big boobs?
References. To which I mean the old Buddha belly that I used to have, exaggerated man boobs.
Alright, chat. I'm not trying to be like hate-filled or anything. I'm not trying to like harass anybody. I'm trying to be on my redemption arc, alright, chat? I'm trying to be on my best behavior. I'm trying to be sweet and loving. But I gotta stay true to myself. And this guy says, can you believe this fucking video? It has an exaggerated Buddha belly and exaggerated man boobs. All right? Look at this, which doesn't even look that fat, and he barely has man boobs. And let's go back 30 seconds. All right? Yeah, did you guys burn this image into your head? And Chris Chan says, this guy is exaggerating my proportions. Look at this. Bro. He... like, you can see it. This, if anything, they did you a favor. If anything, you look better in the Asperchu comic. Like, that's like an E-cup. This guy, like, come on.
Asperchu's story so far and criticizes it.
I am here at this point recording this video to make it perfectly clear. Although it was a bit of a mistake for that last video I made. But you know what?
Yeah, for real, Red.
I could just...
And look,
First off,
wasn't there like a booby girl picture? Or am I just seeing stuff? Not there, it's to the right. It's like the picture that's in the middle, but it's hard to tell what it is. The picture that's in the middle. The one on the left, I can't tell what the fuck that is.
I'll just name a few
Probably,
things.
Dude, I swear it is, bro. I swear it is. I swear. It's like I don't know. The one on the left is a panel from his Sonichu manga. That I know, because he showed that off before. I don't know what's happening in it. But the one on the left is from his Sonichu comic. The one in the middle, I don't know.
There are the obvious sturdy slanders.
Yeah, you're right.
And obvious references. To which I mean the old Buddha belly that I used to have, exaggerated man boobs, and even the goatee I used to have. I had one time. And he makes his Asperchu character wear nearly every shirt I wear. Gee,
I wonder why, Chris.
And a crappy copy of a medal. My shirts. And then to make matters worse,
he's got all this saved on his PS3, dude.
My dog. By making a crappy copy of my dog. The spirit of Patty will have his soul for dinner tonight. She will be haunting your nightmares, Mr. Leary. And of course, even including the unapproved recreation of my person within his pages, as you can see right here.
Wait, this is comedy gold. Go back. They've made him look like Hank Hill. Somebody drew Chris Chan outside the Mario World castle, and he's doing the curse Hameha. He's doing the curse Hameha. He just looks like Hank Hill. Or he looks like the soy jack that says, like, nothing ever happens. Dude, these fan artists are talented.
And then even
he saves all this on his PS3.
Starting on page C29.
Damn, some of this looks good.
He sets me on fire. He sets me on fire.
Mom, he set me on fire in the Asperchu comic.
And even worse, because he's let me be on fire on page 30. I swear, if that ain't the most outrageous thing that he has ever done against me. But I could definitely reference a few more instances of where he actually is considered peeing on himself within his own comic series. Starting, of course, with a few from his first book.
What?
Of graphic nudity or sexual reference.
What the fuck was that?
Of graphic nudity.
There's like a gangbanger having sex with Rosa Chu. This is like some fucking gangbanger having sex with Rosa Chu while Asperchu watches. I wish so bad I could read the text bubbles. I wish so bad I could read the text bubbles. I want to see what's happening so badly.
Your sexual reference on page 3 of his Zero book. Even worse off, on page 10.
Oh no.
And while he's in that Burger King. What with all his goddamn homosexual references as well. And he uses uncensored swear words such as shit and ass.
This guy has the audacity to be like, he uses uncensored swear words in his comic, and then I know I have to bring this up every episode. You guys like, Zach, please don't bring it up. You bring it up every single Christian episode. I'm going to keep bringing it up every single Christian episode, so get comfortable. He has the audacity to be like, he says words like sheet and ass, and let's not forget, he dedicated an entire chapter of Sonichu's penis POV going into Rosachu's mouth from 7 different angles, uncensored. So I don't want to hear this shit. I don't want to hear it, dude.
In between all of his books, so many goddamn of those, and
he just swore now.
His A and B books are anti-religious. That little son of a bitch, he's basically peeing on his own self. Now look, I'll admit I have done my little share of nudity.
I've done a couple nudity. He's had like 7 like sex scenes.
A couple of pages. But they were censored by either images of lemon for vagina and bananas for dick. And it was and that book was finally finalized and organized so that it'd be appropriate for all those of ages, TVY7 and such. And if I ever said a swear word within my book, I would censor it. But he does not censor his own swear words.
He loves the moral high ground, bro.
Like I said,
he loves it.
He's basically gone to the things again. He's basically mocking me with the references of myself. Between the belly, the man boobs, the goatee, the glasses, numerous shirts, a fake medal, wearing a copy of my dog, an unapproved recreation of myself and my son and my character.
My son, me and my son.
It sets me on fire. It makes his quote unquote Sonichu cologne go against me as not being the original creator of the original Sonichu.
Yeah.
He wishes he knows my Sonichu, Roshu, and all my electric hedgehogs as well as I do, but he cannot because he is not me, the original creator. This is like
me if I crashed out and I made a 45-minute stream complaining that Taters drew that picture of Milky-chan furry pregnant vor. And I was like, guys, Milky-chan didn't actually eat hamster mint and she's not digesting her. Guys, you gotta believe me. I made Milky-chan. This is not real. And then I like cried and pissed myself. It's like, bro, it's not that serious.
Me. So I'd send this message again to Alec, Evan, and even Mao. I have less offense with Sean, by the way, but to those 3, die in hell. And I hope the soul of my late dog eats at your souls and kills you in your sleep.
Damn.
But aside from that,
I can smell him through the screen. Can anybody else smell him through the screen? Like if you go like, I can smell it. It's bad.
Series, they are definitely ludicrous and horrendous and horrific. Even as horrific as within Vivian G's own book. And my pastor, Elizabeth Foss, my pastor has read the book from cover to cover, and she hates it. My reverend hates it. And I don't like it either because it is...
He showed the pastor of his church Asperchu and made his pastor read it from cover to cover. Holy hell. That's rough. He made his pastor read Asperchu.
Of disgrace and slander and mockery of my person and my character. Just about as much, but actually this is worse. The Asperchu and everything there, that is worse than that book. I'm sorry, Vivian, but that book is just no good. And I'm definitely gonna let my pastor know about the Asperpedia and the Asperchu, and through all the power.
Something about Asperpedia is so funny to me.
And even the FBI. We will see you in Minnesota and take you down personally, Mr. Alec Basin Larry. Your mockery of my person is not appreciated. Other than that, I leave with most everybody else in peace. Have a good day. Except for you three, of which I mentioned earlier.
Shortly after, Asperpedia's Mao made a YouTube response video, but it has since been lost.
Oh my God.
Meanwhile, the Wikipedia sysop, CogsDev, uploaded Mailbag 41 for Chris to address, but then soon after, moved all non-Asperchu related letters to Mailbag 42, making 41 a completely Asperchu-filled offering.
Nice.
Instead of responding to the messages in any way, Christian deleted all of them and wrote a 7-point manifesto in their place, proclaiming that he had no relation to Asperchu nor Alec Benson Leary, and wholeheartedly disapproved of his content. Chris also noticed that Leary introduced more Sonichu characters into his Asperchu comics, such as the Chaotic Combo, which led Christian to insert his own parodies of Sonichu parodies from the Asperchu comics into his Sonichu comics, albeit with new names. He even introduced his own take on Asperchu, renaming him Mitch Sonichu.
Oh my gosh, dude. The mental illness layers go so deep. So, Chris Chan makes a bunch of Sonichu characters that are already ripoffs of Sonic characters. Because we got like Red Sonichu, which is just Knuckles. We got Sonichu, which is just Sonic. And then the guy makes Asperchu and has Chris Chan's characters in it. So Chris Chan decides to make parodies of those characters, which are just parodies of his characters, which are ripoffs of Sega characters. It's insane. It's so insane, dude. It's just like, how many layers deep can we get into this? Look, he says, we never wanted Asperger's. We never wanted to look stupid, gross, and retarded. And we're sick and tired of Alec and his crew. This body type and these glasses are terrible. I need a girlfriend too. This is what I'm saying, chat. No, listen to me. There is nobody in the world that has less self-awareness than him. He has no fucking self-awareness because he thinks he's making fun of Asperchu, but everything he's saying is him. It's him. It's his body type. It's him looking for a girlfriend. So the irony of Chris Chan creating a parody character making fun of someone who's looking for a girlfriend is so fucking ridiculous. It's so ridiculous, and he can't even see it. Because he's like, I want to look stupid, these glasses suck, I'm fat. But like, they're based on you, buddy. It's not, you're not owning this guy. You're just self-owning.
On January 20th, Chris made a drawing asking for people to help Haiti after it was devastated by an earthquake 8 days prior, though Alec Benson Leary had made his own commemorative advert a day after the earthquake.
There's something really fucked up about... Also, they're so gigantic in comparison to the kids, it's fucking scary. There's something very fucked up about Rosachu sitting in a puddle reading stories to kids in Haiti. It's such an insane image. It's like, Rosachu, they're all sitting in a puddle fucking reading stories after like a natural disaster in Haiti.
Days prior, though Alec Benson Leary had made his own commemorative advert a day after the tragedy, which had been featured prominently on the Wikipedia. Okay. Christian's drawing also subtly took a jab at Evan Christopher George, since it featured both Sonichu and Simonla, touting him as a brother and sister team.
Who the fuck is Sonichu?
On January 21st, Christian answered Mailbag 43. Chris addressed questions regarding a recent page of issue 10 in which Mitch Sonichu was suggested that he should get a makeover and change his fashion sense for the better, when his appearance strongly resembled Christian himself. There was another correspondence with Evan Christopher George, who was told by Chris an elaborate story in which Evan's creation, Sonichu himself, personally spoke with Simone LaRochechu, who told him that she did not want to return to Evan. In addition, the rejected mailbag section featured a statement from someone who criticized Chris for declaring that Alec was not allowed to bring his Sonichu characters into his own story, when Chris himself had never gotten permission from Sega or Nintendo to place their original characters into Sonichu. He also commented that the Wikipedia sysop had no say concerning advertisements, which were crucial in keeping the site running smoothly, and felt that Christian's hand-drawn on paper drawing style was inferior to Alec's digital style.
Damn.
Chris requested that he go f*** himself. In addition,
he's like, I actually think digital art works better for the website than the hand-drawn art. He just says, go fuck yourself.
he informed Vivian that he would attend his first young adult social club meeting, where he hoped he would get more exposure concerning his comic book work.
Oh no.
It was during this meetup that he met a 23-year-old woman, who will be referred to herein as the Wallflower.
Oh no.
During her first encounter with Chris, she told him that she was not ready for a relationship. Despite them establishing a friendship, Christian, against her wishes, believed that after some time and insistence, he could make her into his girlfriend. On January 22nd, Chris had his first phone conversation with Alec Benson Leary.
Hi, is this Christian Weston Chandler?
Yes, this is Christian. May I help you?
Hi, Chris. This is Alec Benson Leary. Is it okay if we talk?
Oh yes, sure, yes.
Okay.
Thanks for the resub. 33 months. Thank you. We're watching Christian Weston Chandler. So
Son, I am crying.
Yeah, you're gonna be crying when you see this phone call.
Things I wanted to talk to you about tonight. First of all, well, I understand you've got a problem with the ads that are on Wikipedia.
Okay, well.
So if you guys don't know, this is the creator of
I would
Asperchu on the
have
phone
the
with him
ads
right
on
now.
Wikipedia, but don't make them too big, and leave them in the sidebar.
Okay.
I do not want them covering over the introductory box or anything else where I had to scroll down even to edit the pages or even to log in.
Yeah, my friend Mao, he actually makes the ads for me. I didn't make them myself, but I can try to talk to him about that.
Okay, how about this? Just to make it equal, put an advertisement for the Wikipedia on the Asperpedia, about as much as the Asperpedia ads are on my Wikipedia.
Well, you'd probably want to contact Mao because he's my manager. He does all the the grunt work on Asperpedia. I'm sure he'd be willing to sell you some ad space on Asperpedia. We could definitely try to work something like that out.
All right. Well, Mao and I can talk through email. All right.
Like you say, we're on friendly terms right now, and I'd like to keep it that way because I got my start because of you. But to be honest, I want to be honest and frank with you. You made a couple of videos, and I don't watch all your videos, but I do try to keep up. I mean, I spent a lot of time drawing the comics, so I don't have a lot of time to watch videos anymore. But I saw a couple of videos where you actually threatened me with physical harm.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
Also, the video where you wanted your dog to eat me or something like that. Your dog to eat my soul.
I love when Christian acts like big and bad in these videos, and then the moment he's confronted at all, he is way more timid. I love how immediately he folds. Maybe what if he doubles down? We don't know actually. If he doubles down, I'll be shocked, but I feel like he's gonna fold immediately.
The death threats were kind of scary to begin with, but that was just a start.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take that back as well. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Chris then criticizes the creators of Asperchu for featuring blood and gore in their recent stories, and tells Alec to inform his readers in a disclaimer that Chris's Sonichu characters who appear in Asperchu are parodies.
Well, as you said, those weren't yours, though. You said those were copies. You said those were just, copies of.
Yeah. Your versions are just recreated facsimiles.
You said in the comics that those were mine.
Well, his dog is dead. He wanted his dead dog's spirit to kill him.
In the comic, they weren't the chaotic
Just to clarify.
So they must be original.
He was going to send his dead dog's soul to kill the guy because his dog's been dead for 10 years.
And not just the combo, but you tried to retake my Asperchu. And Asperchu wasn't, a copy of anything. You renamed him Mitch Sonichu. I mean, Asperchu's mine. I don't really appreciate that.
Uh-oh.
You accuse me of thievery, but then you go and try
the
to
gaslighting is insane, chat. The gaslighting
you
is
did
next
take my
level.
Sonichu and made him claim him to be the original one, and even worse, you made him brother to Asperchu with the homosexual tendencies and whatnot. Even when you drew the KI combo hedgehog, you made Wild a homosexual when he is not.
Well, that Wild's not yours. I mean, what does it matter if my Wild is gay? I mean, I felt it was depth to the character. I was just trying to give them a little personality.
Okay, well,
I mean, Asperchu has a girlfriend, Dixie Chew.
Dixie Chew.
No, actually, I read further in the book, and Dixie Chew dumped his ass.
Yeah, so he actually reads it.
No,
he actually reads it.
They're destined to be together, Chris. I mean, can't you see those undertones? I mean, that's where this whole comic is going. Even if a girl does dump him, what does it matter? He went after a girl. He didn't go after a boy. Like you said, Sonichu is his brother. I mean, why would he, even if he was gay, why would he go for his brother? That's just sick.
Yeah.
I mean, why would you
think? Okay. Well, listen, how about this? In your comics, when you, in the future, or in re-referencing the past pages, the Sonichu that is Asperchu's brother, you just refer to him as Michael, and the Wild you refer to him as Bobby, the Angelica, Trisha, etc., just like I said in my page.
But
and this can be Asperchu's nickname.
But Chris, those aren't really their characters' names. They have the same names as your cat.
Yeah, okay, well, you see, when I gave the KI combo characters those names originally in my books, those would be their nicknames. They're all Sonichus and those Chus individually, but they're just of different types. Like, you look like without the nickname, he would be Grass Sonichu. Without the nickname, she would be Water Rose Chew, Flying Rose Chew, Fighting Sonichu, Sonic Sonichu.
Okay. I understand what you're saying. Well, see, there's one of the differences though, because in my comic, those are really their names. I mean, Angelica, Punchy, Bubble.
No. You see,
He's like checkmating Chris, because Chris just got done saying, well, those are nicknames, their real names would be Flying, and then the guy's like, oh, well, you see, in my comic, that's actually their names. So Chris fucked up right there, because the guy was like, well, that's funny you say that, because in my comic, that's their real names. So now he just got Chris to admit that those are nicknames for the original characters. Oh, man, I don't know why the fuck he'd say that. I don't know why in the fuck he would say that.
No, you see, but those are actually their names in my book. In my books.
Their nicknames, you said.
Yeah.
You did say that,
Their
Chris.
actual names. That's the difference.
No, I'm talking in reference to the Pokemon game. If you want to name your Bulbasaur, they call it giving it a nickname, but really it's just giving them their name.
Chris, my characters aren't Pokemon, though. I don't draw Pokemon. That's not how it works in my comic.
Yeah, you have been drawing Pokemon. Sonichu is an electric hedgehog Pokemon.
I thought he was a Sonichu.
I thought he was a Sonichu.
I make it perfectly clear that Sonichu and Roschu are electric hedgehog Pokemon.
Okay. Well, I think the point of confusion there is where they're like, I've never seen any Pokeballs in your comic or trainers or any of those other Pokemon elements,
Yeah,
like, shouldn't they live in Pokeballs?
He's like, stop,
yeah,
come on.
There's a Pokeball that especially catches Sonichus and Roschu called the S-Chew Ball, and there is a reference to that within the books.
Sonichu lives in like a house, doesn't he? I mean, he lives like a person.
This is such an autistic conversation. Holy shit.
Wild Pokemon, the original Sonichu. But the original Roschu was originally the Raichu that was caught and trained by the Pokemon trainer Kelly, Kel for short.
I actually didn't know any of that, but
I didn't know any of that.
The point is that Asperchu and my version of the Chaotic Combo, all those characters, those are not Pokemon in my comics. I mean, Pokemon don't exist in the world of Asperchu. Like Asperchu, he lives with his grandparents in a house. I mean, he's a person.
Okay, all right, but still, it just makes it sound like my characters when you talk about these Sonichu from Quickville.
But they're not your characters. We've established that. They're not yours. I mean, they're my characters. It's original. Like I said, my comic's not a parody.
Sonichu, and Rosechu. I actually have paper registered copyrights on those. So I could sue you. But I'm trying to resolve this peacefully.
You have... Oh, okay, so you have...
Yeah, look under the copyright section on the Wikipedia.
But you said Sonichu is a Pokemon, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure Nintendo has the copyright claims of Pokemon. So...
Still,
I mean, it's a good point. I might want to just contact Nintendo just to make sure.
Oh no, dude!
Make sure I'm not stepping on their toes.
Just get Miyamoto back in the story. Doesn't draw Pokemon, but Asperchu's grandma's a Snorlax. Yeah.
They have been contacted before, and everything's okay, so you don't need to do that.
Chris is getting nervous. Nervous.
How can you hold the copyright to a Pokemon?
Virginia Library of Congress has allowed me.
Well, Virginia Library of Congress, can't tell Nintendo what to do. I mean, they can't tell Nintendo to just hand over copyrights to their creations to just anybody. I mean, Nintendo could take, the Virginia Library of Congress to court and say, hey, wait a minute, you issued this copyright illegal.
Okay, look, well, let's just, this is what we're talking about right now. It just seems pointless to what we were originally talking about. Let's just agree that...
Well, I don't think it's pointless. I mean, I'm just trying to establish that... I mean, you said you could sue me. I mean, I don't want to get sued. Nobody wants to get sued. But I just don't understand how you...
It's funny how the Alec guy is playing this so straight. He's playing this so dead serious.
I mean, call me naive, but I just don't get exactly what you're getting at.
Okay, well, let's just rewind and go back to what we agreed on before, readjusting the advertisement size and giving me... possible Wikipedia ad on the Asperpedia, and just like the Sonichu in your book, as Michael Sonichu, and the other Sonichus and Roshus that of the non-KI.
Oh, sorry that I'm sniffling so much, chat. Fucking allergies are kicking my ass. What the fuck is the difference if the guy's name is Asperchu or Michael Sonichu? Arguably, wouldn't letting his name be Michael Sonichu be worse? Because it has Sonichu at the end? That doesn't make sense. Why is he more okay with the character be called Michael Sonichu than Asperchu?
Okay,
let's just rename them by the names I suggested in my book. In your book.
Well, all right. Like I said, I'll talk to Mao about the ads. As far as the renaming goes, I mean, I guess you can include, you can make up some characters, Mike Sonichu and Mitch Sonichu and whatever. That's your comic book. If you want to create those characters, that's fine. I mean, like I said, I'm not going to rename my characters.
All right. Listen, the battery power of my phone is running low, so perhaps we could talk again another time. Well, you take care.
I'd like to talk to you.
Damn, he hung up on this.
Christian filmed a captain's log, which mostly focuses on the controversial Mitch Sonichu makeover in Sonichu issue 10, which had some readers asking if this meant that Mitch was a homosexual.
First off, I want to give a shout out to the Portland Sonichu fan.
He always has to have music playing in the background, dude. He can't not do that.
Megan and their vice president, Brad, who did this song that's playing on in the background. So it's me on CD here. Thank you. And also to Becky, who's doing a paper on me as a modern cartoonist. I appreciate that. Thank you. Anyway, I stand strong. I continue to draw the pages. Yes, they will be uploaded bulk. I mean, if I can't get 5 in a single day, then I'll get them up the next day. But at least I'm doing the average of 2 pages a day. I stand strong. Anyway, also, the makeover I did, I just answered a new bunch of messages in the mailbag. You know what? I say this. Think about, like, on Home and Garden, the Learning Channel, even on Discovery, and even on MTV. There's such home remodeling, cooking cuisine, and...
What is he talking about?
Myth-busting shows, and even Pimp My Ride. And would you call the people on those shows homosexuals for giving something else or somebody else a makeover?
Oh, I get it now. People are saying that he's gay because he gave his character a makeover, and he's like, no, it's like Pimp My Ride. I gotta blow my nose. All right, I gotta blow my nose. I'll be right back. I'm back. Yeah, I was confused until I realized I pieced the pieces together. All right.
No, you don't. So that myth is busted. And also, I still say what I said against Evan and those people on there.
The video abruptly ends, possibly due to the camera running out of power.
Nice.
He immediately followed up with a short video to complete the captain's log.
Nice.
Anyway, I'll leave y'all with that. And obviously the Asperpedia is going down because Alec and his crew are shooting themselves in the foot. I would never do blood and gore. That's just gross. I mean, if you're not queasy, then come back to Sonichu.
On January 25th, the Wallflower sent Chris an email listing her various websites, revealing herself to be an amateur writer. Christian admired her skill and wished for them to talk over the phone soon, wanting to exchange more information about each other and wishing to meet again soon. Your laughter and voice sweetly thrills my mind.
Here we go again, Chad. Here we go again. He met a girl once. She said she doesn't want a relationship, and now he's already like, her voice is like robins twittering in my brain. One time. We're back to this shit again.
In another email, Chris informed her of the details concerning their upcoming future date, in which they would go to a concert to see Celtic Woman, an Irish music act, and afterwards.
I already spoiled it, but he's just like, I got a perfect first date. We go see Celtic Women, and then we go Taco Bell. Woo! Yo quiero Taco Bell, man. Let's go. Oh, fuck. I skipped a shit ton. I hit the wrong button. Hold on.
You said in the comic they weren't the chaotic combo.
Should've.
Look at this song that's playing on in the background.
And her own parental escort.
Right, we're back.
Long after the sunrise. In another email, Chris informed her of the details concerning their upcoming future date, in which they would go to a concert to see Celtic Woman, an Irish music act, and afterwards would spend some time at a nearby Taco Bell. He informed her that his mother would probably come with him to meet her and her own parental escort. The Wallflower thought this idea sounded nice. Chris then expressed his wish that they keep the option of a relationship open for when the right time comes. She then revealed that she was going to the concert with a friend of hers and offered to meet up some other time.
Damn. Hey, I think for the first date, my mom should come with and sit next to us at Taco Bell. Sounds awesome, dude. Let's do it. First time we meet, let's fucking have my mom sit with us at Taco Bell. We're like fucking 25. And then she says, hope you don't mind. I mentioned the concert to one of my coworkers and she was really excited. I hope this doesn't offend you in any way and that we can still be friends, but I would much rather be going with her since I've known her longer, 3.5 years. Plus she's taking me to Rhode Island this May for a week, so I owe her for that. She loves Celtic music, but still want to hang out Wednesday or Friday. Can you forgive me?
All the while, Christian continued answering mailbags from fans,
true, Rob, you're
with
so
uploads
right.
of new Sonichu pages becoming more spread out. In mailbag 46, he defended his tardiness in updating the comic. I have been drawing and coloring on a daily basis. I cannot help if I have a life to enjoy too. I have joined a young adult social group, and I have met a lovely woman there who likes me too.
this guy goes on one singles group. He's like, guys, I know you all want Sonichu pages, but I have a life now. I've met a beautiful woman, and she likes me too. So you guys are just gonna have to sit and wait, because I'm living my life. He went to one meeting. Suddenly can't do no more Sonichu shit?
We are hitting it off like two hip wallflowers. You have a life too. Understand my needs, and let me have my life.
Oh my god.
Another letter highlighted the discovery that the name Christian Weston Chandler was an anagram for Antichrist Enhances World. And Devin Christopher George Weston Chandler was an anagram for Antichrist Enhances World.
Wait, is that real? Is that real? That can't be right. That's gotta be made up. Dude, how did we get to 23 episodes of this before somebody emailed him saying Christian Weston Chandler is an anagram of Antichrist Enhances World? That's fucking insane. That's the biggest lore drop of the episode. Also, let's not brush past this email right above it, where the guy's like, your parents brought you into this mess. God willing, I hope you suffer. You've already restrained relations with everybody. You are the mistake of God. And then Chris Chan just says, you obviously have a lot of issues yourself, and you have my pity. You obviously have a lot of issues yourself, and you have my pity. It's like somebody schizo posting to fucking Chris. Holy shit. That just reminds me of when Desmond was like talking about dumb shit, and he's just like, ding 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 dong, he got big muscles, and ding 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 dude is my boyfriend. And then Reb is like, I saw Toot 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 Soar and Ballerina Cappuccino at the store. And then he's just like, do you have brain damage or something? He was like, what is this bitch talking about? She saw Toot Toot at the damn store. What an idiot. It's like that shit reminds me of. I love it when people that are dumb act like other people are dumb. That's like peak comedy to me.
That the name Christian Weston Chandler was an anagram for Antichrist Enhances World. And Devin Christopher George made another appearance, telling him that he would take legal action if Simonla didn't die in Chris's story. I'm not gonna just let it go because you're not a great director. You're a comic artist, and you have to deal with legal issues involving your characters when they arise. You can't pretend a lawsuit isn't imminent and just hope
You're
it goes
right.
away if
Everybody
you ignore
that
it.
watches
This
these
is
videos on
serious,
YouTube,
and
which
if
by
you
the
don't
way,
do
hi
something about
YouTube
this,
viewers.
I'll have to take some
They're like, who the
drastic
fuck is
measures.
Desmond?
We're keeping track. In Mailbag 49, when asked about whether then US President Barack Obama should repeal the Don't Ask, Don't Tell military policy concerning homosexuals to allow them more freedom and encouragement to join the army, Christian stated that the policy should be repealed so that more gay men could die in explosions. It was also around this time.
Shit! Holy shit, dude! Fucking crazy! That's a crazy response. Someone was like, Chris, how do you feel about President Barack Obama allowing gay people to join the military? He's like, good, that means more gay people can die in explosions. That's an insane reply. He's like, yeah, fuck it, dude. It's just crazy that his mind thought like that. Because you would think like, no, I don't support that. Be like, yeah, let him blow up. Hold on, I want to read what he says in his own words. Because Geno Samuel summed it up. He says, I am straight. I would never join the military. Let Obama repeal the policy. Then the homos can go die in explosions. Holy shit. Oh my gosh.
In explosions. It was also around this time that he was linked to a fan forum called Sonichu Forum, where he conversed with presumed fans and answered their questions for about 4 days. On January 28th, Alec managed to get Chris to answer his phone to have another talk.
Oh no.
I would especially call at 9:30. But anyway.
I actually did try to call at 9:30. It didn't get an answer, so I thought I'd try again. You're kind of a difficult man to get a hold of, Chris.
Yeah. I could talk for a few minutes, so let's try not to belabor this conversation.
Let's try not to belabor
Chris's
this.
ongoing woes concerning ads on Wikipedia, copyright issues, and a problem Chris had with Alec's character being named after Asperger's syndrome.
Chris, we don't choose our names. I mean, our names are given to us. I mean, think of it this way. The name Asperchu, if you think of that as a detriment, I don't, but if you interpret the comic that way, think of it as a personal, a sort of character flaw, if you will, that he has to work to overcome. And all good characters have character flaws. Sometimes characters don't always live the happiest lives in fiction, but that's part of what makes good fiction.
Yeah.
I'm starting to believe Alec actually does have Asperger's. And that's not me making fun of him, but either he's so committed to the bit or he's like, he also does.
Like as if like a fourth tail, you had Asperger. You would have Asperger's.
Okay, Chris, that's part of the, again, the character flaw. Asperchu has things weighing him down. He has curses, and that's part of what makes a good character.
Yeah, I don't know how much of it is him playing it up or if this is just like actually him. I don't know. For
perfect in every way and has no real problems ever, would you? That'd be kind of boring. Complex characters have problems that they overcome.
I think Solo Leveling creator might disagree with you. Because why do complex characters when you can have Solo Leveling Man, who is just the handsomest, tallest, fastest, strongest, sexiest guy of all time? And unfortunately, there's people out there that read read 200 chapters of it. Like, yeah, dude, I love when some dumb fucking blew up the sun with his ass cheek clap. Some people love it, dude. They love like the power fantasy shit. I like it in One Punch Man when it's like presented as funny. Your coworker would fill his diaper at me saying that. There are people that love it, dude. I don't get it. I don't know the psychology of liking someone who's like perfect.
I mean, as an individual, within his own world, outside of your control, Asperchu would not want that name. He would be in agreement with me and probably want to change his name to something like Mitch. Right? Have you ever watched the movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yes, I have. It was a good movie.
Yeah, you got the whole Toon world there. And within that, it would coincide with the comic book world, and every individual comic, published or unpublished, drawn all together. And within that world actually would reside your Asperchu, but he would be with his individual thoughts, and she gave him an adult attitude. Within his individual thoughts, he would hate having the name of Asperchu because it emphasizes his mental problem. And he's like, in his process of wanting to move on from that and become more acceptable in society, that he would not.
It's like Christian has so much narcissism, he's explaining the other guy's character to him. That'd be like if one of you guys, like not trying to troll me, like sat me down and be like, well, actually, Zach Lawley, Milky-chan would be like this because she thinks this way and she doesn't really like this. I'd be like, who the fuck are you? What do you mean she doesn't like that? The hell are you talking about?
Want a name that would make him feel
okay,
like
that's
like as if he's still living it, even after he's fully recovered from it.
Okay, but Chris,
be like, actually, Milky-chan is a member of ISIS, and she has an ISIS sympathizer. And I'm like, what? I mean, get the fuck out of my chat before I ban you. That's what I would say immediately.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit, that was still a movie, and everything in it was predetermined by the movie writers and the director. And I mean, there is no, like alternate cartoon world in reality. I mean, cartoon characters don't actually.
She would never do that, Reb. I have her number in my phone.
Obviously, are naive.
She would never do that.
Because you're not understanding that possibility of that universe actually.
She just likes ice cream and milkshakes and streaming
when an
and
artist creates a cartoon character, that character actually
being
becomes
silly.
Real. Is that what you're saying to me?
Within that universe,
and making people smile.
But the universe is fake. I mean, the Asperchu universe exists on paper and in my computer. It's whatever I.
That's why I feel like Alec isn't trolling.
If you think a character would want, an appropriate name, a good name, not a name that, calls them out on something or sets them back, Sonichu is the name of a species, correct?
The irony of this is, no, Reb, no JK. It's not JK. It's So accurate. JK, no question mark. Or no. The irony of this is Jack, there's already an existing Milk-chan. Yeah, Milk-chan, not Milky-chan. So it's already different anyways. I'm gonna click this fucking link. Oh god, this bitch is so ugly, dude. She's a member of the Super Milk-chan franchise. She looks like an idiot. I'm gonna pull this up right now. She's like fucking drooling on herself. It looks like a toddler. It's a legitimate 3-year-old. Hold on, let me pull this up. Don't worry about the OBS message. Bro. What in the fuck is this? What's all these fucking ads? The fuck is this? Milk-chan. Looks like shit. It looks so bad. It looks so bad, dude. She's just like sitting there just drooling on herself. This is so ass. Vintage shorts. Oh, God. She's repulsive. She's repulsive. All right. Let's continue. That character's 30. Sad, dude. Milky-chan's 24. Okay. If anybody was wondering.
Sonichus and Rosechus, those are a species, right?
Yeah, but
all right, fucking move on with it.
Original Sonichu, and she was the original Rosechu.
But wouldn't they still want their own name?
And they each came up with their name on their own. And they did not need a nickname to go with that.
Would you be comfortable if the name Christian Weston Chandler, didn't exist and you were just called man or person or something?
Yeah, they're.
Okay, well, still, what if you actually conceived a child with your girlfriend or wife? Then, would you feel that you actually own that child, even after you had raised it from being a baby to, let's say, late teenage years, where that child will actually feel more like an individual, independent being?
Chris, you do understand that a child, a human being, is substantially more than a comic character, right? They're not the same thing. They're not even close. Of course,
yeah, Rev. I think he's got something. He's on the spectrum somewhere.
Our property. I mean, if I had a child, I would give it all the love and support it needed, but it is its own person, or he or she, I should say. Whereas a comic character is it's whatever you draw.
It's like two Redditors talking about like
Photoshop.
Philosophy.
What if she was on the other foot? What if Asperchu created you?
Well, then I'd be
This is such a dipshit conversation. Well, what if Asperchu created you? What would you feel? Like, come on, dude. What are you, fucking Urban asking these questions? This is some of the dumbest shit I've ever fucking asked. Oh my gosh, bro.
Comic character myself, and I wouldn't have any thoughts or feelings. So that's a moot point.
I miss Liquid and Casey, dude. Bring back Liquid and Casey.
No.
You are not. What the fuck are they even talking about?
No.
You are naive.
Chris, you have told me that you think that a comic character is fundamentally as much of a person as a real human being. That is the naive thought.
No,
I'm the writer. I'm like the god of the Asperchu world. I decide what goes on in Asperchu's world. I decide who and what Asperchu is and what he thinks and feels, if anything, which he doesn't because it's still just a character on paper. And, when I put the pen down, Asperchu stops being there. Nothing exists in Asperchu's world that I haven't drawn.
Boy,
and it's naive to think that there's anything more.
Want to know why Alec is wrong, chat? Do you guys want to know why Alec is actually wrong? Because there is a character who does exist even when they're not being written. There is a character that's out there that writes themselves into the lore. It's never decided when they show up. They decide themselves as a work of fiction in which they show themselves. So he's wrong, dude. There does exist a character out there that reacts unchanged to the creator.
I think we should agree to disagree on this point, because we both have our own thoughts on that. I'm actually getting some letters about Sonichu, about why you're not updating daily, and I was kind of curious about that.
Well, for your information, I am updating daily. I draw a color on 2 pages a day.
Well,
I can't help it if I
this picture in the background
is
is
to my computer, or if I can't get to it right away. Besides which, my biological clock has been fickle on me. It's been making me fall asleep earlier.
Maybe we could get an alarm clock. I'm just kind of confused why I would spend an hour to draw a page, but not take that extra 60 seconds to upload it.
It takes more than 60 seconds to scan it and fit it in Photoshop, then upload it. Now, it probably would take like half an hour for all that.
Shut the fuck up!
Did Photoshop
hang up the fucking
phone! What do you use Photoshop for, if I may ask?
To change it from handwritten text to more legible typed text.
You know, if I remember right, I think kind of one of the criticisms you had about Asperchu was that it was not completely, hand-drawn original. Because I do.
If I was in this call, I'd be like,
they're
both fucking stupid. Shut up.
Like
they're both fucking dumb.
Which is, that's fine. I mean, digital media is where, the art world is going. But, see, I thought that you drew it all on paper and then uploaded it. That was
for your information,
that is true, right? Better than Jack Thaddeus.
Edit in Photoshop
it is better than Jack Thaddeus.
What you read.
Well, it just seems a little hypocritical that you do use Photoshop in the creative process, but you criticize me for it.
I really do think Alec is also, he's got something wrong with him.
What I thought is that you skip the hand drawing and you draw everything on your Photoshop with the computer mouse.
What I do, I use a tablet and I draw on that, and that's basically.
Who gives a fuck? I thought you used a mouse. I thought you used a tablet. Who gives a fuck? They both suck ass. Who gives a shit, dude? Fuck the fuck up.
Okay, but still, it's crappy compared to mine. Even my mother agrees.
Oh, hey, come on, that's.
Guess what? I owned you because even my own mom agrees that my drawings are better than yours. Are we really come? This is so ridiculous, dude. This is so ridiculous. Well, guess what? Checkmate, because my own mom said that my drawing's better than yours. Wow, yeah, no fucking bias at all, dude. And he's even seen anything wrong with using that in an actual adult argument. It makes me mad, dude. It's making me fucking angry. My caffeine's wearing off. I'm ready to fight somebody again.
Bear in mind, even my mother agrees.
Oh,
no shit, Sherlock.
Hey, come on, that's a little insulting, Chris. What do you mean crappy? I mean, my mother says that my comic is, the most beautiful comic she's ever seen too, but I kind of think that's just because she's a supportive mother. Mothers are supposed to support their children in their endeavors. I mean, it's okay to disagree. I'm curious why you think it's crappy.
Because it's computer drawn. It's not originally hand drawn.
I just told you it is hand-drawn. It's hand-drawn on a tablet.
What? Christian has the worst take about art I've ever heard ever. Digital art is shittier because it's not hand-drawn. What the fuck are we talking about? That's gotta be the worst take I've ever heard. He's like, it's not actually your hand, it's the mouse that's doing it. What? What are we? This is so bad, dude. This is a horrible. Oh my god, dude. I feel like AI art was created. AI art is like me. It's like physical art's better, digital art's better, and then I'm AI art. I'm like, well, this is fucking the worst. This is way shittier than both, buddy.
You don't have the old-fashioned original pencil or pen markings. That's what I have.
So, because I don't have, smudge marks on my paper, is that what you mean?
That's
okay.
Funny.
By comparison, could I say that our car is not, true original transportation because, people should be using old-fashioned horses?
I think Christian's dumb, but I also think this is a stupid fucking comparison that is not equivalent at all. So I disagree with both of them. Christian is wrong. Chris Chan has a wrong statement, but this comparison that Alec is bringing up is even dumber. It doesn't make, it's not even like a good point of reference. I'm trying to think of like what would be better. Let's see here. I guess a better example would be if you want to use the car example instead of saying, well, is that a car? Where you fucking horse? That's not what anybody's saying. That'd be like saying, you don't count as a driver unless you do manual shift, because automatic shift is the car shifting gears for you. That's a better example. Which, like, it's not actually driving because you're not manually shifting the stick. Because it's like there's a part in which technology is doing the work for you, but it's still you doing it. That's a better example than he would be using. So, yeah, I know. Yeah, fire stove versus electric stove. You know, it's like, what do you mean you didn't put the wood in and light the wood yourself? What do you mean you hit the thing and then it ignited the gas? Like, it's so damn dumb, dude.
I mean, you use Photoshop for lettering and effects. We're one and the same here, Chris.
Alec then brings up the issue of Simonla.
And that Evan wanted me to talk to you about that, about using Sonichu. You know, Sonichu was his creation, and he used that without permission. And he's asked you several times to get rid of Sonichu and Simonla or whatever.
Yeah, but actually, Simonla was never really inspired from Sonichu. I took an original rose shoe, I changed her to a ground color, gave her the complexion, added an armadillo shell, and then a few drills.
These two soy jacks are so interested in a conversation that nobody gives a fuck about.
I made him yellow and gave him a goatee and glasses and a Buddha belly, and thus was born Asperchu. I mean, why didn't you just say that to Evan in the first place? Because he's been emailing you for a long time. Okay. Let's see. I'm looking at the Simonla page on your Wikipedia here.
Oh my gosh!
You say that about honor.
This has got to be the most virgin ass.
Email from Evan
this is the most sad ass, virgin ass phone call that's ever happened in the history of the planet Earth.
Me as good at first, but for a few months I wanted to create a ground type. So from Sonichu, I created Simonla Rosechu. That's on the Simonla article on your Wikipedia. I mean, that's smoking gun, Chris. That's proof that you used Sonichu as a base. You know, I'm not trying to attack you with this, but I really think this is evidence that you should get rid of Sonichu and Simonla. Write them out.
Yeah, dude. The guy that created the phone, he's like, I should have just...
I want to let you know that you do need to comply with Evan's demands. Because, you know, he's talking about litigation, and he said that he'd back off if you acknowledge in the comic and write Sonichu and Simonla out.
Who cares, dude? I don't even know who the fuck these tweakers are, dude. I mean, I don't give a shit. I don't know who they are. Write them in, write them out. Who gives a fuck? They're all made up.
I'll think about it.
Don't think too long. I mean, this is a serious issue.
This is very serious.
Anyway, I'm feeling tired right now.
Yeah, you and me both, Chris.
I'll let you go. You have a good night, Chris.
All right. All right. Good night.
Good night.
As another creator managed to converse about the creative process with Chris, his peculiar attachment to his characters was made crystal clear. Quickfill had become more than a hobby, more than an ambitious dream of stardom, even more than a way to live out his fantasies. In Christian's mind, at least, it had become a tangible reality, inhabited by living, breathing cartoon characters. For as he had stated before, Chris was truly young at heart.
Yeah? Is that what he calls it? Good gosh, bro. How much of that episode was taken up by that phone call? I'm actually curious. Let's scroll through. Not that much. It just felt fucking long.
Barack Obama should get...
So it started right here.
I actually did
try. So it was only a fourth of it. A little over a fourth. A little over. Closer to a third. There was so much that wasn't part of that. Never mind. There was 2 phone calls. There was a break. That's why. Okay. I was like, there's no way. So more than half of it was the phone call. All of the shit that wasn't the phone call was pretty great, though. All the emails, all this, like, the gangbanger having sex with Sonichu. There were funny parts, but the phone call really dragged this episode down for me. Anything that wasn't the phone call, yeah, he's talking the ballet, the man boobs, the goatee. Anything that wasn't the phone call was pretty freaking hilarious. But then when they did both part 1 and part 2 of the phone call, it was just dragging, dude. I feel like Geno Samuel could have summed it up for us, you know? He could have been like, later that night, they had an autistic argument about Sonichu and Asperchu. Next, like, you know, I don't know how much of this is going to tie into the next episode. So I don't know how much of this was necessarily necessary, you know. But still funny stuff. We got that Chris Chan Antichrist shit, which was pretty hilarious. So that's pretty funny. Still not a bad episode. But it was that phone call was rough. That phone call was rough. Because I was not invested. I did not care at all. Yeah, Gino was probably like, dude, I sat through this whole transcript and now it's going to be uploaded. Or maybe he was just like, shit, dude, I have a lot of video editing to do. If I throw in this long-ass phone call, I can upload the episode tonight, probably. He's like, dude, I don't need to talk or do a script. I can just throw this on there and upload it. Yeah, you know, there's plenty of reasons to why that was included into the episode. So